Hello everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome back to Movie Chat, where it's all about the plot. So for today's video, I want to discuss the new trailer for Knights of Guinevere, which has now been officially greenlit. I had originally watched the pilot on YouTube when it was first posted by Glitch Productions, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to know that we are now going to get more episodes. So today, I'm going to dissect the trailer a little bit based on what we've seen from the pilot and based on my own theories for what's to come. Before we begin, if you are new to the channel and you enjoy this video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, Knights of Guinevere, produced by Glitch Productions and written by former Owl House creator Dana Terrence, revolves around the story of Guinevere, a robot princess created as the head mascot of the theme park dubbed Park Planet. Constantly abused and trapped, she finally escapes and is found by technicians Andy and Frankie, who used to visit the park as kids. Frankie, who dreams of developing tech in the park, takes Guinevere to be fixed, only to realize the danger Guinevere puts them in, yet is still adamant about helping her. And that's where we kind of left off in the pilot. Yet, it also still leaves us with a lot of questions surrounding the mystery disease spreading around the park, the origins of Guinevere and why she was created, as well as the park owners Orville and Olivia, and what we can predict will happen next. So, I want to start off with a mysterious blue lung disease which appears to be very contagious and deadly, to the point where we see people wearing gas masks for protection, with one of the main characters, Andy, catching it herself, and it appears like she's trying to hide it from Frankie considering she hasn't told her about it yet. Now, I know some people have theorized that the blue lung was caused by Guinevere since her blood is blue, and I do think the blue lung came from Guinevere, but it wasn't directly caused by her. With how often we have seen Guinevere being taken apart and put back together with her blue blood leaking out, I think perhaps the blood leaked and polluted the surrounding area in the park. Either through polluting the water or through the air, I think the blue lung was mainly caused by the facility making constant repairs to Guinevere. How that ties into the story besides serving as a conflict for Andy, I'm not entirely sure. Perhaps it's a secret that's being kept by the park that will be uncovered later throughout the series. Now, I want to go into Guinevere's origins and the reasoning behind her creation, which has yet to be revealed to us. So, as we see in the beginning of the pilot, Guinevere was created by the park owner's daughter, Olivia Park, and they have a very twisted and abusive relationship, with Olivia purposely breaking Guinevere and then proceeding to fix her after every time she breaks her. It's very narcissistic in that Olivia appears to paint herself as both Guinevere's master and caretaker, even in her old age, calling her my dear Guinevere with the intent of torturing her again via fixing her. And it begs the question, why? Why does Guinevere serve as both this crutch and punching bag for Olivia? Well, one hint we get to this is actually in the beginning of the pilot, where Olivia's father is showing her the newly created Park Planet for her to run, with him saying he hopes this makes up for what happened and proceeds to be discreet about the event he's referring to.
I hope this can make up for... I don't think I need to say it.
And it's important to note that throughout these flashbacks and paintings we see throughout the episode, we never get to see or hear anything about Olivia's mother, which has led many viewers to believe that Guinevere is meant to be the robotic imitation of Olivia's mother, who likely passed away. Hence what Olivia's father is trying to make up for. And while I do think that it's a really good theory, I personally just don't think that Guinevere is meant to represent Olivia's mother. Rather, and this might be a bit of a stretch for you guys, but I think Guinevere is meant to represent a different version of Olivia, an Olivia that was once happy before whatever tragic event seemingly occurred and changed her. If you notice in one of the paintings, Olivia is shown having black hair, which we can assume is before the event, as every other scene of her is with blonde hair. And the fact that we are being shown the difference in hair color is significant to me, especially since in the beginning when her father is showing her the park, the light in her eyes vanishes. And sure, this sadness could be from her mom dying, but if we are assuming Guinevere is meant to be her mom, then both Olivia and her father would both have this emotional attachment to Guinevere. And I don't know if parading a robotic version of what is supposed to be your deceased wife around as a park mascot is something any man will want to do. Unless, you want to be called William Afton. I think Olivia at one point, along with her mom, got sick, and her father perhaps revived Olivia in a way that eliminated her personality before the sickness. Hence why Olivia's hair is now blonde and why her mother is nowhere in the picture. Perhaps this is Olivia's way of gaining her old self while punishing any former flaws she sees within Guinevere in the name of perfection. Again, this is quite a bit of a stretch, I know, compared to the Guinevere is Olivia's mother theories, but I think it's a really cool possibility. And this show is already so weird and crazy that I feel like a really far out theory like this could be possible. But it's definitely something that will likely be explored in the show. Going on to the park owners, Orville and Olivia, as we don't really see them that much in the pilot apart from the first few minutes. Yet in the trailer, there is a shot of Orville in the shadows standing behind Frankie smiling. And it's such an eerie shot that it makes me think that this will be some sort of confrontation scene. I feel like despite the trailer showing Sparky as the main villain of this series, that it's just meant to be a red herring and that Orville and Olivia will be the true evil masterminds behind the scenes. Especially since one scene in the trailer shows Sparky being brutally stabbed with Andy standing behind him. So I predict that he will be killed almost towards the end of the season. It's unclear though whether Orville is alive in the present day or if the Orville we see in the trailer is just a hologram, especially since the background in this scene is very holographic. I do wonder if another reason why Olivia wants Guinevere back so desperately is because she needs her as some sort of life donor or vessel since she is slowly dying. But another question we need to address is Guinevere herself and whether she really does need Frankie and Andy's help, or she is just using them for some secret purpose. Because the trailer really shows some menacing visuals of Gwen, one with her face covered in blue blood, and the other where she is swinging something angrily at Frankie. And there's also a disturbing image of guts littered in an abandoned area. We don't know yet whether this was caused by Gwen or someone/something else. But it's clear that Dana is telling us that Gwen is not totally innocent, nor is she meant to be evil. I do feel there is a dark side to Gwen that we will see in this series, and while I do think she may care for Andy and Frankie, I think it's possible at the same time for her to be using them since they serve in this series as her protectors. And I think it will be cool to see that dynamic play out as we guess what Guinevere's true intentions are. Especially for both Guinevere and Frankie, as they are both shown the most in the trailer. And with Frankie so determined to protect her, it makes me curious to see what relationship/power dynamic will play out. I predict Frankie will be the one who discovers Guinevere's origins in the confrontation scene I mentioned earlier, which would explain why she's attached to this tube. Maybe it's how she gets to this holographic world that we see Orville in. Honestly, I don't know what to expect because I feel like Dana Terrence is really going to take this show in an awesome yet unexpected direction that will make it hard for us to predict anything. And I'm really glad that this show allows her to experiment more with this magical fantasy, gory art style that she has. Which we got to see a little bit of that in her former show, The Owl House, but in this show, I'm really glad that we get to see more of it. And I cannot wait to see the next episode once it releases. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and let me know what are some of your theories for Knights of Guinevere. And also let me know what movie or show I should cover next in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!